Good evening, everybody. Today, I'm going to take up the topic called punctuation. Punctuation is used in the form of marks. There are so many punctuation marks that are used in the English language. Without punctuation marks, we cannot, they are like, demarcations. They are something that put a lot of content that you are writing into compartments and make it easy for us to handle. Also, they give the correct pauses which actually enhance meaning, or rather give meaning to whatever we have written. So here I've brought some punctuation marks for you. How many of these marks can you identify? All right, let's first understand what are punctuation marks. So punctuation marks are signs such as periods, which is more commonly known as a full stop, commas, question marks. Others are exclamation mark, quotation marks, parenthesis, you have ellipsis, you have slashes, you have an apostrophe. Okay. Let us look at some examples of punctuation marks. Now, I'm going to read one sentence and you will tell me what is the punctuation used in this particular sentence. Katyayani will read the first sentence. Please read.
What is your name?
All right. What is the punctuation mark used here?
Question mark.
Very good. Now, Atharva will read the second one.
Yes, ma'am. I am going to Mumbai tomorrow. Over here, there is a full stop used.
All right. Then Ayansh will read this one. Ayansh, can you read this one? Please read. And then
What would you prefer? Tea or hot coffee? Comma.
and one more.
Question mark.
Good. Excellent. So these are the different examples of punctuation marks. All right. They are used in the form of symbols. And each punctuation mark has got a different name and a different function. And even though there are various punctuation marks used in order to, compartmentalize or organize the English language, yet the most commonly used ones are as follows. Sai, can you read these, please? And the mark is given in the parenthesis for you.
Yes, ma'am. Full
Please read.
stop, commas, question mark, exclamation mark, apostrophe, colon, question mark.
So how many of these do you know? Do you know all of them? Or are there some who don't know what is colon? I think you may not know colon.
I know all of these.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay. Now, I have, before I teach these to you in the form of content, I'm going to reintroduce these. And this is what I'm going to do. You are going to identify the punctuation marks on the basis of the hints provided. Okay. And this is my hint. What type of alphabets are used in the beginning of a sentence? And who's going to answer this? I'm not going to give you any answers. What type
Can
of?
I answer?
Yes, yes, yes. It's open to everybody.
Capital letters.
So let's check. Is this the correct answer? Do we always use capital letters in the beginning of a sentence? Yes. Okay. Kushagra, will you read the second question, please?
Yes, ma'am. Which punctuation marks are used at the end of a sentence?
Okay, and there can be more than one of them. So think and then carefully answer.
Ma'am, periods.
Okay, second.
Ma'am, then exclamation mark.
All right,
And
good.
question.
and question mark. So these are the three different punctuation marks that are used at the end of a sentence. All right. Aryan, would you like to answer this one?
Yes,
Read this
ma'am.
question. Would you like to read this question? This one. I'll highlight it for you.
Yes, ma'am. It will be comma.
Please read it. Please read the
Which
question.
punctuation mark is used to indicate a pause in a sentence?
All right. So what is that answer? Please read what is written on the board.
Used for a brief pause, not as final as periods, or used to separate each item in a series. Comma.
All right. Now, children, comma is a tricky punctuation mark. It will be easy for you to identify the beginning and the end of a sentence. Sometimes it is confusing to decide whether a particular sentence should end with a question mark or it should end with an exclamation mark. Do you think that it can be confusing? For example, how interesting is that will be ended by a question mark or an exclamation mark. Who will answer this one? What do you think, Sai?
Exclamation mark.
What about other answers? How interesting is that? Should end with exclamation or question mark? Kushagra? Aryan? Any answer?
Question mark.
Ma'am, it can be exclamation mark. It should be exclamation mark.
It can be exclamation. Katyayani says exclamation.
Question.
Kushagra says question. So that means there is a discrepancy. Atharva, what do you think? All right. I'm not getting any other answers. This sentence, how interesting is that, should end with a question. No, not with a question mark. It should end with an exclamation mark because it expresses emotions. It is not asking any question. So the first thing that I want to tell you, that even something which is like ending of a sentence can also be a little difficult for us to decide. So Kushagra, it was not a question mark, but it was an exclamation mark. Is that okay? All right. Now, yes, a comma has got various uses, right? After I complete introduction of these punctuation marks, I will introduce some of those uses for you, and then you'll realize that a comma is actually a little difficult to use. You know, it's a little difficult to decide where to put the comma. How are you? The cat is old. So I just got some fun pictures for you in between. Okay. All right. So let us now go over all the, that was just an exercise I was doing with you students. So let's go over these. Who will read? I want Ayansh to read the first one. Ayansh, please read this one. The period.
The period
Is used to end a sentence.
To end a sentence. It is also known as
full stop. For example, I can swim. Now there is a full stop at the end. I can swim. Sai, would you like to read the second one? Commas.
Commas are used to show brief pause in a sentence.
For example,
Good morning, sir.
so good morning has a comma after it because we are indicating a brief pause. Now there is one more usage, and read this one also. Commas are also used for this usage. Please read. Separate
Each item in a series. We bought apples, peaches, and bananas today. Series of words.
All right. Atharva, would you like to read the third one?
Yes, ma'am. Use a question mark. Ma'am,
All
you
right.
muted me.
No, no, that was accidental. Go ahead.
Use a question mark at the end of a question. How are you? Question mark.
Yes. So this is the explanation. An exclamation mark is used at the end of a sentence, which expresses very strong feelings. So if I say, hurrah, we won the match. You all won the match, no? So hurrah, we won the match. Now this word, first word, children, hurrah, is known as an interjection. It is used at the beginning of a sentence and it takes apostrophe after it. And the special thing about it is that the next word is used as a capital alphabet. So this thing also falls under punctuation. Okay. Did I explain this to you or you want me to repeat? Come on, tell me quickly. See, this is an interjection. It is followed by an exclamation mark, right? We won the match. Now this W is capital. This is also a punctuation rule, okay? Now who's going to read this one? Aryan, would you like to read apostrophe? Please read.
Ma'am.
Please read apostrophe.
Apostrophe. An apostrophe is placed after the noun to indicate that something is owned by it, like Ram's pencil, Hema's mother. It, it may also be used to contract two words. Did not can be written as didn't. Had not can be written as hadn't.
How many of you know what are contractions? Children, quick answers. I want quick answers. Does anybody know what is a contraction? All right, let me explain this to you. A contraction is a short form. This short form is formed by pronoun and verb combinations. It can even contain not, or there are actually two words that are compressed and shortened, and some alphabets are removed from in between. See, now these are two words, did and not. Now, when we speak, we quickly speak it as didn't. I did go there. Instead of saying I did not go there, we say I hadn't given the pen to him. So it's a speaking. Actually, this came from spoken English, but now it is used like this in written English. That these two words have got combined, and the O is removed instead of the O. We make use of the apostrophe. Okay, so apostrophe is used, number one, to indicate possession of something in case of nouns. In case of verbs and pronouns, it is used to indicate contractions. Okay, contraction means short form. I hope that you all understood this. What is a colon? Who's going to read this? How about Kushagra? Kushagra will read this.
Two independent clauses. Stronger than a comma, weaker than a full stop. It is mostly used where the second phrase explains the first phrase or is used to illustrate a series of items in a sentence.
All right, that will be all, Kushagra. So first of all, what is a colon mark? Children, if you when you use your laptops, all the possible punctuation marks are there on given on your laptop keyboard. Okay, so here is the colon mark. Do you have? Can you see this mark? Can you see this mark? I'll make it bold. I'll use red for it. Can you see this mark? How many of you can't see it? This is called a colon mark. Now, when do you use a colon? This is what I want to explain to you. First of all, it is used to separate two independent clauses. What are two independent clauses, children? To explain it simply, like two simple sentences are combined with the help of a conjunction, but here it's not actually you're not combining these sentences in that manner, but we are using it to illustrate the in this manner, that the first phrase is used to illustrate a series of items in a sentence. Okay, just let me give you an example. For example, I have this sentence: Charm plays 4 sports. Now I want to write which sports does Charm play. So Charm plays four sports. Now I can put a full stop and write he plays cricket, football, basketball, volleyball. So instead of making use of two sentences in this manner, I just use a colon mark and say, Shyam plays 4 sports. Now this sentence is complete in itself. It's an independent clause. What follows after that is a series of items which are here in this particular sentence. You can consider it to be the 4 examples of the 4 sports that Shyam plays. Okay. Okay, let me make another sentence. We will offer. Suppose you have a tea party in your house, Atharva, and you're inviting your friends. So what all items will you serve to your friends? 3, 4, 5, how many?
Ma'am, I will serve four items.
Okay, 4. Now you better be ready with the names, because I had written 3. 4 items in my tea party. Suppose I say, we will offer 4 items in the party. Okay, then I put a colon mark. Now you tell me the 4 items.
Ma'am, cupcake,
Okay.
chips,
Okay.
pizza,
Pizzas.
and one is chili sauce.
Chili sauce. No, bad idea. Chili sauce is not a snack. It is an accompaniment. Okay, we will offer 4 items in the party: cupcakes, chips, pizzas, nachos. Did you understand? Now, actually, they are examples of the items you will offer. Katyayani, did you understand? Sai? Kushagra, Aryan, everybody understood? Ayansh? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
great, great.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
wonderful. Ayansh, do you understand this punctuation mark? All right. So this is actually a complete sentence. Hence, we call it an independent clause. And these are the examples. Okay. So let's look at this one. All right. This is another rule. Mohan knows what to do. This is a sentence which is complete in itself. Okay. Mohan knows what to do. Now the second phrase explains what Mohan knows. Okay. What does Mohan know? Who will tell me what does Mohan know? So this, yes, he knows how to rehearse. He knows that he has to rehearse for the play. Okay. Now I have explained this one also, and this
Ma'am,
one
what
also.
does rehearse means?
Practice, rehearsal.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, look at this one. See this? So there are 2 different things which I have given in one definition, children. Okay, this much you've understood. And these are 2 examples of the same thing. Now here, you are actually indicating time, you know. Okay, how do you write time? In this way, it is 1 o'clock. So you put colon mark after 1 and dot and you put 0, 0. So a colon mark is also used to indicate time. And the fourth usage, children, is that it is used to indicate direct speech. You know what is direct speech? The exact words. Now, who will tell me when you say Rajni colon, I have so much work. So who said I have so much work?
Rajni.
Yes, how do you know? Rajni said because her name is written next to the colon mark. So we make use of this kind of a thing when we are writing down the scripts for a play. So when we write scripts for a play, we make use of this type of a colon mark. Okay, children? In fact, there is one more place also. When you write your bio data, how many of you know what is a bio data? All right. Nobody knows? Okay. So this is your homework. You will. Okay. So you know what a bio data is. It gives information about you. So colon mark is also made use of in a bio data.
Ma'am, we
Okay.
can use in skits also. In skit.
Yeah, that skit is the same thing as a play or drama. That just the only difference is the length, actually. That's all. Okay. Now, who is going to read quotation marks? Who wants to read?
Rajni, I have so much work.
Okay, Atharva wants to read. Okay, Atharva, go ahead.
A quotation mark is used to highlight direct speech, quotations, and spelling special words. It may also be used to draw attention towards the particular phrase. Raman said, I will finish this chapter today. The judge ordered, bring
Stop, Atharva. Stop, Atharva. Wait, Atharva. You will read it like this. The judge ordered, comma, inverted commas open. Read like this.
Okay. The judge ordered, comma, inverted commas, bring the accused to the court. Inverted commas closed.
Good.
Inverted commas
closed. So I just want to ask you. I want to end the sentence, so I want to put a full stop. So my question is, will a full stop come after quotation marks? Okay, before quotation marks, or
after quotation mark,
or there will be no full stop. How will you end the sentence?
Ma'am, the full stop will come after quotation mark.
Other answers?
The full stop and quotation mark will come at the end.
No, what will come before? The full stop or the quotation mark? Should it be like this, the way I have put it on the board? Or should it be like this? What looks correct, Sai? Who will answer this one?
It should be like this.
Like this. So two people, that is Atharva and Sai, say that it should be like this. Katyayani, what do you think?
It should be like this.
Well, all of you are wrong. This is a wrong answer. It should be like this. This is the correct answer. Okay. You put the full stop and then the quotation marks close. So can you see that a small dot can also be very tricky? And when you are punctuating in your school, you will lose marks if you don't do it properly. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So read the next one. Inverted commas open. I am not sure.
I am not sure about what actually happened. Full stop, inverted commas close.
Excellent. Now there's another thing here. That is the apostrophe, which Atharva did not read. So Atharva is going to read this again.
Okay, ma'am. Inverted commas open. I inverted. Then is apostrophe M. I am not sure about what actually happened. full stop, inverted commas closed.
Very good. Now read
Inverted
the
commas
next.
open. DON, inverted apostrophe T, don't park your car here, comma, apostrophe
No, there's no apostrophe. That's inverted commas.
inverted commas close. The traffic policeman said full stop.
Good. That's fine now. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. All right, children. So this was the explanation of the quotation of the punctuation marks, and now we are going to do some exercises.